I've been diving up here in the Pacific Northwest for darn near 34 years. And even as a brand new diver years ago, I was hearing about Browning Pass, and I always wondered what all the fuss was about. And years and years ago, I finally linked up with a guy named John DeBoek who said, "You got to come up and stay at the Hideaway." And I said, "What the hell is the Hideaway?" And came up here for a week with a couple of good friends, and we discovered what all the fuss was about. Hideaway itself is a really interesting place. If I could describe it in one way, it would be as if you were going to a dear old uncle's hunting cabin way out in the woods. There's nothing fancy about it whatsoever. There's no television, there's no telephone, there's no internet hookup, no hot tubs. You come out here to dive. It's rustic, the food is great, the beds are comfortable, but boy, if you need to be pampered, this isn't the place for you. This is the place to come if you want to dive and see things you will not be able to see anywhere else.
Okay, the plan today is to head out to Browning Pass and dive Seven Tree Island. We got calm weather and perfect tides, so we'll go do the what some people call the best dive in the pass. Other people call Browning Wall that, but this is a beautiful, beautiful dive.
Crab that we're seeing here in the video is a Puget Sound king crab. It's not the same as the Alaskan king crab that everybody's used to. It's not a commercial species, and it's only found on high rocky underwater cliffs. It's usually a deep water crab. It's a member of the lithode crab family and definitely the largest. They say that they only get about a foot wide at the carapace, but this one we're looking at here is clearly a lot larger than that. The area around Browning Pass has a huge population of rockfish. A lot of species are endangered right now because they've been overfished, but in particular the wreck of the Themis out here that we dived on had a lot of very, very large specimens of various species. There was brown rockfish, copper rockfish, and most of the big ones floating over the wreck were blue and black rockfish, quite large. And several people saw vermilion rockfish, named for their bright red color, as well as the goldeneye rockfish. One was spotted.
In 1993, a buddy of mine asked me to, on a map, draw a circle where the best diving area, best marine mammal area, the best wilderness area that I knew of. And so for both diving and marine mammals, this was #1. I love the diving here, but the thing I love the most is the reaction from people. Pretty much without fail, people that come here will say things like, "I've never seen that much stuff growing in one little area." You know, like on Browning Wall or Seven Tree or one of those dives. There's so much life. I've never seen anywhere else in the world with that much moving life, you know, and stuff that changes day to day, you know, with the things cruising around, all the invertebrates and all the stuff growing there. It's just the most remarkable thing is people's, you know, I've never met anybody who says, "I've been somewhere else that had more life than that." Nobody's ever said those words to me, which is pretty cool. And every day is a little bit different. That's even more cool. You get up one day, like, well, the last 2 days we've had, like, you know, totally different. And, you know, we could be sitting out here right now and whales would come through, and you might not see whales for weeks, and then for the next couple of weeks you see them every day, and then you see dolphins, and then you forget all about, you know, things like elephant seals, and then suddenly elephant seals show up and you see them 2 or 3 days in a row, and there's always something changing.